Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at this security camera from Eufy. And a big thanks to Eufy for sending this out to review. The Eufy Starlight camera is made for the outdoors or rural or remote areas and features 4G LTE connectivity through a MVNO called EOT Club, which runs on AT&T towers. If you have AT&T service, this will work great for you. Along with that, it includes a solar panel in the box, which will keep the battery powered in the camera forever, or as Eufy calls it, forever power. The camera also offers 2K resolution or 1080p, as well as color night vision, GPS, and smart AI detection, which will notify you if a person is nearby. It also includes 8 gigs of storage on board, so you don't have to pay any fees for keeping recordings. They're all locally stored. The current price on Amazon for the Starlight camera and solar panel combo is $169.99, and for just the camera itself, that comes to a price of $155.99 currently on Amazon. All right, and taking a look inside the box, we have everything we're going to need. All right, so our box is kind of big here, but on the very top, we have important SIM card info. So this is how we activate the 4G LTE service for our camera. We do have our solar panel. We have our Eufy Starlight camera. And then we have our mounting brackets for, looks like both the solar panel and the camera. We have a USB-C to USB-A cable, USB-C to micro USB, and as you can see, this looks like this is a weatherproofed cable. And we have some screws and anchors. And it looks like we have a weatherproofing seal. In this little pamphlet, we have a 24/7 monitoring by Eufy security stickers, so you can place this somewhere to let people know you have security monitoring. We have a bunch of support numbers as well if you need assistance. We have our user manual for the solar panel for Eufy cameras. And then we have a quick start guide for our Eufy cameras. And as you can see, we do have our SIM card, and it looks like it is actually compatible with not only AT&T, but T-Mobile as well. Right, so we now have the camera charging, and we're downloading the Eufy security app from the App Store. And we're gonna go ahead and place our SIM card in the back of the camera. So on the back of the camera, we have a little seal, and we can just pull this open like so. And then as you can see, we have our USB-C for charging, and then we have our SIM card tray. And then if you look even closer, you can see how that SIM card is supposed to be put in. And so our SIM card is going to be like this. So the bottom portion with the contact is going to be on the top, and then we're going to place it inside of the camera like so. And it clicks into place. All right, let's go ahead and set up the camera in the Eufy Security app. So Eufy Security is obviously gonna wanna send you notifications for any sort of things that show up on the camera. So we have home management, manage all your devices in a convenient way. So if you have multiple Eufy security devices, you can manage them here. You get a security report, new interface, and design. And you can explore that more if you want to. You have to agree to the end user license agreement, as expected, and then of course we're going to have an account. So you will want to go ahead and create an account. If you already have one, go ahead and log in. All right, and upon opening it for the first time after adding your account, you will want to add a device. So we're going to go ahead and add a device. Of course, we have a list of different devices that are options here. So let's find our Starlight camera. So we have the 4G Starlight camera. So we'll go ahead and add it here, and we're going to go ahead and add new home. All right, and we're going to go ahead and name our home. All right, so I'm gonna ask for you to name it, and then of course, add your address. All right, it's asking to scan a QR code on the bottom of the camera, so let's go ahead and do that. There we go, it got it. All right, so it has 2 choices. It says connect directly, which is recommended, or APN configuration. Now on the back of the SIM card that I received, it does have the APN configuration. We'll try the connect directly. If that does not work, we'll come back here and put the APN in manually. All right, now it says hold sync for 2 seconds until you hear a beep and see the LED turn blue. All right, and there we go.
Welcome to Eufy Security.
There we go. All right, we'll go ahead and click next. All right, it says now it is connecting. Please wait a minute. All right, our setup was successful, so go ahead and hit next. All right, it's gonna ask you where this is going to be. So we have a couple of choices here. So we have porch, garage, side door, front door, out and backyard. We've got indoor, facing front door, living room, family room, bonus room, or you can customize it. So if it's out at a specific place, customize it. So this one I'll go ahead and put in the backyard, and we'll hit next. All right, so this is camera working mode, optimal battery life. So video clip length is up to 20 seconds. System is automatically adjusting the detection time period to reduce chances of detecting same object twice. We have optimal surveillance, clip length can be up to 60 seconds. The system will attempt to record each event as much as possible, or you can customize it so you can choose the video clip length and detection periods as well. All right, so here's where we're gonna have to change the battery source. Now currently it's on power. We are gonna put it on the external solar panel. So I guess we can do that also. Please confirm you have installed it. So we're gonna do that later. So since we're in the house, we're not putting it up yet. We're gonna go ahead and choose battery for right now. And I have that charging right now. All right, so optimal battery life, we'll try that first and we may change that later. Now it says fully charge the battery before mounting. It will take about 8 hours from being plugged in if you plug into a 5-volt 2-amp power source. All right, taking a quick look at the app here, you can see that we're already at 82% battery. Here is our signal strength indicator. We have the data remaining. We have our night vision. If you go into that, we can see the different choices. So we have black and white night vision. We also have color night vision, and you can turn off night vision if you wanted to. We go back in here, we have a couple options. So we have our location turned on, motion detection is turned on, anti-theft detection is off. Power manager is set to optimal battery life, which we set up in the settings. We do have video settings here, so we can go in here. You see we have a watermark, we have streaming quality, so that's on automatic, and we have recording quality at 2K HD, and then we have privacy zones. Going into audio settings, you can see we have microphone activated, we have audio recording activated as well. We have our speaker set to medium. And then we can take a look at notifications here. So you can see we have most efficient, so get notification without delay, only text included. With the full effect, get text notification first, then thumbnail included if available, or you can have it include the thumbnail in the message. We have app alert tones, so you have motion alerts. We have default, we have a couple different chimes you can choose in there. And then we have our security mode switching notification. We can go in here and see what that is. All right, so switch modes by schedule, switch modes by app. So you have to turn those on. And then we have our general, which we have the name, of course, so it's named backyard based on where it's going to be. We can have the status LED turned on, our APN information for the cellular provider. We have our time settings, so I am in Eastern Standard Time, so that's New York Standard Time right there. We have our storage, we can go in and you can see what we have out of the box. So we have 7.3 gigs out of the box right now. And our mounting guide, so this will help us show us how to mount the camera itself. And then we have about device, and that's going to show us all our information here, including the model, the serial number, system version, signal strength, the band, IMEI, ICCID, all that good stuff here. And you can also check for your firmware upgrade as well here. All right, so I'm preparing to mount the camera. So as you can see, the mount itself unscrews, and then you want to, of course, put the mounting bracket against the wall, drill holes with 1564 or 6mm drill bit, then insert the anchors into the holes. Anchors are necessary for walls that are made of hard materials such as concrete, brick, or stucco. I was going to put it up against my house, but because I do have gutters here, I figure the solar panel will need to get some more sunlight and it won't extend out far enough here. So I'm going to put it on my pergola instead. So I do have a pergola here. I'm going to put the camera right here. The camera will face out to the gate here so I can see anybody that's coming in. And then the solar panel will have clear view of the sky so it can get as much power as it needs. So you do have a micro USB from your solar panel. That's going to go into this adapter. And once you plug that in, this is going to be weather tight. So let me make sure I get this in the right direction. All right, so as you can see, it's sealed. And this is going to go to the back of the camera. Now the back of the camera, as you can see, once you open this up, it's no longer watertight. So we have to use one of these, this little gasket here. And this gasket will go into this portion here before we plug this in. So we'll make sure that we cover this up. And as you can see, our SIM card is right there as well. So we're gonna put this in here like so. That's gonna make sure that the port is weather tight before we put our solar panel inside, because this flap will no longer close. Once we're done with that, you can go ahead and put in your USB-C like so and plug it in. And as you can see, it's going to be weather tight because we now have this gasket in place. And then we also have this portion here so that the solar panel, nothing will get wet here. All right, so as you can see, I drilled it into here, and that is just the mount. And then the other part of the mount screws on the back of the camera, and then you just twist that on top of it. All right, and here's how everything is going to look. So as you can see, you can move the mount a little bit. You have to get it in kind of a direction where you have the most movement for yours. All right, and here's our mount for our solar panel. So very similar to the mount for the camera. You're going to obviously put this up here where you want to put it. And then we're going to mark where we want to put it. So obviously I should be checking to make sure it's balanced, but take a pen or a pencil and just mark where you need to drill a hole. All right, so now we're going to drill the holes where we want to put the camera. All right, so now sun is setting, unfortunately, so I won't be able to test this, but just like the back of the camera, we're going to screw this in to the back of the device. We have put up the mount, and what we're gonna do now is go ahead and go up here and screw this in to the mount itself. Now, of course, we want to try and get this so that we can have it facing up so that it will get sunlight as needed. So as you can see, once you screw it in enough, it will stay where it is supposed to be. You might have to kind of work on it a little bit for it to stay where you want it. But then once you get kind of a good angle for your solar panel, as long as it is reaching up, you will be able to get sun on that panel. There we go. So hopefully that is good enough. And now to briefly show you the AI detection here, we're gonna look at our phone here, and you'll see in just a moment that it'll recognize that I'm out here. And as you can see, we did get a notification telling me that someone has been spotted. And once we click on that, you can see we get a video clip showing me in the backyard. In addition to that, you can also see at the bottom right of the camera, if you click on the 9 here, that is going to show you all the other events. And as you can see, that event that we just had, it shows human. So it does detect if it's something other than human, it will let you know right there. So a pretty cool feature. Now I'm gonna show you at night. So as you can see, it is dark. And here's how it looks on camera. So you have it in black and white. However, you do have an option down here to turn on the light. As you can see, our light just came on. And now, as you can see, everything is in color. And now I just want to show you 2 brief videos. These are downloaded from the app, so one during the day and one at night, just to give you an idea of how the quality will look if you do happen to download it to your phone. And just briefly want to show you some of the data options with eYacht Club. Now, obviously, you don't have to use eYacht Club, but this is what they include in the box. So you can choose 500 megabytes for 30 days, 2 gigs for 30 days, 12 gigs for 180 days, or 24 gigs for 360 days. So you can have up to a year's worth of data and not really have to worry about it. Now, the great thing is you don't have to pay for any service. On top of this, you just have the cellular part of this, and the recordings and everything are stored on the device. And when you're in the Eufy app, you can see your data usage at any time. So as you can see, I did get the 500 megabyte plan, and I've only used 37 megabytes of it as of right now. If you tap on that, you can actually go and check your data usage and add data if you need to. But the great thing is I've noticed that this uses very little data. So even if you go preview, right now I can go preview it, and it doesn't use very much data. And in addition to that, you can see in the bottom corner, it's using 6.1 kilobits per second. So not very much data usage at all. This 500 megabytes should definitely last me the entire month. So there you have it, an unboxing and look at the Eufy Starlight camera and solar panel. This is gonna be a great option if you need to have a camera where Wi-Fi cannot reach. Some pros and cons of the camera. Pros, great camera quality. It is 1080p, but as you saw, the daylight and nighttime vision are great on this, so works really well for that. Easy to install and to use. So easy to install both camera and solar panel, and easy to set up in the app. And of course, you get a notification, you go right in, you can see everything there. It also includes LTE and solar panels, so this can be used basically anywhere. As long as you have cellular service where you're using it, you can use this, and as long as you have, of course, a good view of the sky, wherever you put that solar panel, you're going to get battery forever. I've had no issues with mine, never got a battery notification or anything in the time that I've had it. It's been fantastic. So the only 2 cons I have are the cellular service payment, so you do have to pay for cellular service to have it. Although, if you were to get a traditional Wi-Fi camera, you are going to pay for a service to use that and to save those recordings. So it kind of negates each other. But eYacht Club, as I mentioned, the prices are not bad, and the data usage is very low on this camera, which is really nice as well. There is also no Wi-Fi on this camera, which I thought maybe there would be as a backup, because some cellular devices will have Wi-Fi as a backup or vice versa, but there is no Wi-Fi backup on this, which I kind of wish there was. But considering it is something meant for remote areas or rural areas where you might not have Wi-Fi that wouldn't reach, the whole point of it is to be able to just be on a cellular network. So I totally understand why. But overall, I'm very pleased with the camera. I think it is a great buy. So if you're looking for a camera like this will work basically anywhere, as I mentioned, that has LTE service. To work on eApp Club, which is an MVNO of AT&T. You can also use it with T-Mobile service as well. Pop a SIM in and you're good to go. So there you have it. Any questions or comments on this, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.